Hi, you guys. My name is Christina Wells, and some of you may recognize me from America's Got Talent. I get asked all the time, every single day, what I do to combat stage fright or performance anxiety. People ask me how I'm able to stay so calm or how I'm able to be so confident on stage. First of all, let me tell you that I am just as afraid as anyone else is when I'm standing on these huge stages in front of all these people, or even tiny stages when I sing for 10 or 15 people. It can be so scary. But I do have a few tricks and tips that help me with performance anxiety, and I thought I would share them with you, okay? So if you want to take a moment for me, and somewhere around this video on the top or below, it should be a link to my page. So if you could give me a like or a follow or share, a comment below or a heart would be great, okay? All right, so like I said, I have a couple of ways, 5 of them actually, that I'm going to share with you in this video for combating performance anxiety or stage fright, as people call it. Now, the first thing I want to say to people is that I am nervous when I am on stage. I may look confident, and I am confident, but I may look like I'm not afraid, but the truth is that I have fear just like everybody else. But I do a couple of things which really help me to feel grounded and ready before I walk out on that stage. And those are the things I'm going to share with you right now. Now, a little bit of stage fright, a little bit of nervousness is good. It fuels your performance. Adrenaline. Someone told me once that anxiety is excitement that is confused. And I love that. I tell myself that all the time. When I start to feel anxiety about something, I'm like, oh, it's just because I'm excited. It's just because it matters to me. It's just because it's important. And my body's recognizing it as anxiety instead of excitement. So that's something that I tell myself that helps. But here's my system. The first thing I do when I'm going to perform, and we're going to pretend like I'm just singing one song. I do concerts, I do events where I do sing multiple songs, but we're just going to do one song. So the first thing I do when I've picked my song is I print my lyrics. So these are the lyrics to the song. I didn't plan it from the musical Waitress. And a lot of people don't do this, or when they hear that I do this, they think it's a little bizarre. But this is something that works for me, and it works very well. I print my lyrics. And for those of you who worry about the environment, I don't ever print them again. I keep them all in a book right here once I print them, and I use them over and over. So I print my lyrics, and when I print my lyrics, I start out listening to maybe someone else or the original artist who sings the song so that I can get a concept of how the song goes. Some people don't read music. If you don't, this is a great system. If you can read music, maybe the sheet music is better for you. But I print out the lyrics and I make notations on it. So what this does is this gives me a tactile item that means that it's time to work on my performance. Sometimes we just sing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again in our car, or we just sing over and over and over and over again in our bedroom. And then when you perform, you end up standing there, your eyes are closed, you're trying to remember words, you're nervous because we have to practice the way we're going to perform. And you're not going to perform sitting in your car, you're not going to perform sitting in your bedroom with your eyes closed, trying to remember all the words. So what I do is I start with the lyrics and I make notations on the lyrics. Things I need to remember, where to breathe, things I need to remember, like certain ways to phrase things, vowels, and all of that I put on this one piece of paper. So I'm going to show you. This is the piece of paper from when I sang Never Enough in the Judges' Cuts of America's Got Talent. This is the literal sheet that I used, and you can see all of the things I have notated on here. Words they didn't want me to sing, right? Because we cut out certain lyrics to shorten it. Ways they wanted me to pronounce things. Ways that I needed to make sure my vowels sounded. And then things to remind myself, like, make sure you build in this area, or make sure you give a lot of energy, or give dynamics here and sing really quiet. So you can see tons of notes, right? This is my actual piece of paper. And what I do is I use this as like a reminder. I oftentimes fold it up and put it in my bra, or you can put it in your pocket. But like if you're a person that works and you have a singing thing you want to do, if you're at work and it's time for your lunch break and you finish eating, you can maybe go to the bathroom. And when you're in the bathroom, no one's there. You're standing in front of the mirror. You're just thinking, right? You got the words in front of you and you're just going through it in your head. And right there, that's a preparation. That's a little practice. The second thing that I do is after I've learned the words and I've learned the style of the song, I don't listen to the original artist over and over and over and over again. I think that we get into the place where we try to mimic that person and we want to sound like them, and I don't think that's a good way to try to perform. Be yourself. Be your own authentic self. So once I print these lyrics and once I get the song in my head, I stop listening to the original artist thing. Those are two things that I do. The third thing I do is that I mentally sing far more than I physically sing. When I mentally sing, I am literally in it. I am singing it in my head. Maybe I'm listening to the karaoke track. Maybe I'm doing it without any music. A lot of times I have the words propped up near me so that as I'm going through it, and I'm planning where I'm going to go. Literally, I call it stage choreography. So if I know that I'm going to sing this song, I'm going to start in the middle of the stage. I don't want to have the microphone stand. And then at this word, I want to move to this part of the stage. I plan all of that because you have so much going on when you get on stage that you think you'll just know where you want to go. And that's when you see people swaying and you see people pacing, or you see someone turn around and you're like, what are they doing? It's because they're trying to figure out what to do on stage as they're trying to remember the words. And that's terrifying. Why would you want to do that to yourself? So I plan it out. And that goes back to this piece of paper. If I know that I'm going to sing that first verse that's so powerful, and it's going to be quiet, and I'm going to sing it standing in one place, but then the chorus is going to come and I'm going to step forward on that chorus. And when I do that, I know it's going to give power to the song. I don't have to remember it on stage because I've practiced it mentally, physically, and I wrote it down. And when you prepare, then when you're on stage, guess what? All those people out there, everybody saying you're doing great, or when it's quiet and they're really listening, you're not going to be like, remember my words, should I go? Where should I stand? You're going to already know what you're going to do. And this doesn't change if I'm on a giant stage the size of a football field or if I'm a little stage. Because if I know I want to move in these certain places, I don't have to move 20 steps. I can move 5. I can adjust it, but at least I know this is where I want to make those choices. The next thing I will tell you that I do is I keep this piece of paper with me all the way until I perform. And I have found that having this tactile thing, it helps to calm me. You know that moment right before you go out on stage and you sing and you feel like you're gonna pee your pants and you can't remember the first words to the song and you're blanked and you're looking around and you're freaking out? Well, in the past, before I did this system, I would be like, oh my gosh, what are the first words? What are the first words? And I'd be freaking out. I'd need to go pee. And then people are looking at you and then they're like, you don't know the words to the song? And then doubt creeps in. And now you're doubting yourself. You're worried. You're freaked out. We do remember the words to the song, but by the time we've gone on stage, our confidence has taken a big hit. And so this right here, I'm on the side, I'm in the wings, I'm about to go take the stage, you're about to call my name. I pull this little piece of paper out of my bra, out of a pocket, wherever you want to hold it, in your shoe, and I look at it. I'm trying to hold my breath. You got this, Christina. Deep breath. And I walk out on stage. Then the best part of all, the thing that I tell people all the time that we forget is that the audience wants you to do well. There is no one in an audience sitting there like, I hope this sucks. I hope this is a bad show. I hope I paid money or took time out of my life to come and see this, and I hope it's horrible. Nobody says that. Even if you go to Showtime at the Apollo, where they got a clown and people booing, they want you to do well. They want to applaud. They want to stand up and they want to say, hey, that's amazing. And that's the thing you have to remember. Because if you know your words, you've mentally practiced the song, so your voice is not as exhausted as if you sang it 5,000 times. You've planned where you're going to walk around. You've planned what you're going to do. Then you get there and you make sure you stay in that confident place. I'm scared. You're scared. We're all scared. It's scary to stand up in front of people and share your voice. It's scary to be the instrument. It's scary to be judged. But if you want to sing this much, and your fear is this much, even this much, that wanting to sing should win. So remember, your audience is on your side. Print your lyrics, write them down. That way you'll make sure you have something tactile so that you can plan what you're going to do. Don't oversing yourself to death in the car or in your bedroom. Mentally practice the way you want to stand with your eyes open, looking at the audience, with the microphone stand, without it. If you want to be the Jessie J or whatever it is. And more than anything, remember, everybody's on your side. We want you to do well. So sing out. And I hope this video helps you guys. And I love you. And I hope that you keep singing. Mwah. This is an advice from me, Christina Wells. If you like this video, please give it a share, a like, a comment. And if you could go above or below this and give me a follow, I'd really appreciate it. All right, bye, you guys, and good luck. Keep singing.